Hello children, welcome to biology class. We are discussing the lesson improvement in food resources. Last class we discussed the introductory session. Hope you all understood it well. Children, in India there has been a 4 times increase in the production of food grains from 1960 to 2004 with only 25% increase in the cultivable land area. How has this increase in production been achieved? If you think of the practices involved in farming, we can see that we can divide it into 3 stages. Okay, children, in the first stage, the choice of seeds for planting. It is very important, isn't it? Then the second one is the nurturing of the crop plants, how we are taking care of them. Okay, then which type of fertilizers we are adding for their growth. Then the last one is the protection of the growing and harvested crops from loss. So these 3 aspects are very important. So thus the major groups of activities for improving crop yields can be classified as crop variety improvement, crop production improvement, and crop protection management. These are the 3 important aspects for getting more yield. Okay, so which are the 3 important activities? First one, crop variety improvements. Different variety species can incorporate into our fields. Then crop protection improvement, how we can improve the production. Then crop protection management, which all management techniques are required to protect our crop. Okay, so today we are going to discuss the first one, that is crop variety improvement. So this approach depends on finding a crop variety that can give a good yield. So varieties or strains of crops can be selected by breeding for various useful characteristics such as disease resistance, response to fertilizers, product quality, and high yields. One way of incorporating desirable characters into crop varieties is by the process known as hybridization. Did you heard this term, hybridization? What do you mean by that? Yes, it refers to crossing. It refers to crossing between genetically dissimilar plants. Okay, so this crossing may be intervarietal, that means between different varieties, or interspecific between 2 different species, or intergeneric between 2 different genera. So no need to study the steps of hybridization, even though you just imagine we are having 2 different varieties. One, for you just imagine this purple color flower, this plant produce disease resistant capacities, having disease resistant capacity, and this white flower producing plants, they bear a lot of seeds, but the produced seeds are not having the disease resistant capacity. So what can we do? We can collect pollen from one plant and we can dust on the egg of the other. Then we can produce a new variety, a hybrid variety, which will produce enormous number of seeds with disease resistant capacity. Clear? And this process is known as hybridization. So that is the first technique for crop improvement, crop variety improvement. Then another way of improving the crop is by introducing a gene that would provide the desired characteristics. No need to do the hybridization. Instead, we can introduce a new gene. For example, if crop, you just imagine if a crop is experiencing a particular disease, we can add a particular disease resistant gene to its seeds. Okay, and this result genetically modified crops. The second method is producing genetically modified crops. A lot of varieties of crops to be accepted for this. It is necessary that the variety produces high yields under different conditions that are found in different areas. So now from this diagram it is very clear. what is the specialty of modified compared to unmodified plant? It is more healthy. And children, did you ever heard about BT? BT plants, BT brinjal, BT cotton and all? BT stands for name of a bacteria, Bacillus thuringiensis. Okay. Once we incorporate this Bacillus thuringiensis into the seed of plant, that plant never experience an attack by pest. Okay, so it is one of the example. No need to study the example, but for your information, I am explaining these all. Okay, BT plants. It is a genetically modified plant. So now we discuss the first approach, crop variety improvement. Two aspects are the first approach is carrying out the process hybridization. Then second one, producing genetically modified organisms. Clear? Then some of the factors for which variety improvement is done are higher yield, isn't it? To increase the productivity of the crop per acre. Then improved quality. The quality considerations of crop products vary from crop to crop. Baking quality is important in wheat, protein quality is important in pulses, oil quality in oil seeds, and preserving quality in fruits and vegetables. So according to the crop we are using, it should bear some qualities, isn't it? Then third character, biotic and abiotic resistance. What it mean? Biotic means living organisms. Crop production can go down due to biotic, that means diseases, insect attack, nematode attack, and abiotic means non-living factors such as drought, salinity, waterlogging, heat, cold and frost stresses under different situations. So varieties resistant to these stresses can improve crop production. Next one, change in maturity duration. The shorter the duration of the crop from sowing to harvest, the more economical is the variety, isn't it? Such short durations allow farmers to grow multiple rounds of crop in a year. Then wider adaptability, that is very important. Developing varieties for wider adaptability will help in stabilizing the crop production under different environmental conditions. One variety can then be grown under different climatic conditions and different areas. And the last one, desirable agronomic characteristics, which means tallness and profuse branching are desirable character for fodder crops, isn't it? But in the case of cereals, dwarfness is a desired character. So short duration also reduces the cost of post-production. And uniform maturity makes the harvesting process easy and reduces losses during harvesting that less nutrients are consumed by the crop. Thus, developing varieties of desired agronomic characters help give higher productivity. So that is about the first aspect, that is crop variety improvement. Two more management techniques are there. The second one is crop production management and the last one is crop protection management. In next week we will discuss those two characteristics. I hope the first approach is clear to you. Children, study well. Okay. If any doubts are there, ask me and answer the test question so we can meet in next class. Thank you.